seems to be paralyzed. When we have national leaders who are solving made-up problems, we are solving real ones here. We are solving problems that have to do with people's commute and their families. The cost of inaction has been billions of dollars to our economy and millions of hours from our lives. We're not here to celebrate the number of millions of dollars and the cooperation between the state, the federal government, and our local government. We're here to celebrate the chance we might spend an extra few minutes with our daughter, tucking her in, with our friends, falling in love with someone, going to a concert, getting to the airport, going on vacation. Yes, it's possible, Supervisor Haun. We will find that true love for you. Right now, anybody here, this is an extraordinary woman who, if you have an extraordinary man, the time is now. Inaction is not an option. But we are a city that looks to the future. Los Angeles is always addressing the challenges of today, but reaching for the opportunities of tomorrow. Look at us with the Olympics for the third time and the Paralympics for the first time. Look at us when Maxine and I worked together to make peace at LAX, and now we have the biggest expansion of an airport in this country, bringing a train to the plains finally, and taking this rump line called the Green Line and bringing it as it should into the airport and into the South Bay as you deserve. And it's wonderful to see those cars. I'd like to see them a little bit lower on tracks on the ground, and I can't wait to see those rail cars come here. When we do this work together, as the Assembly member mentioned, this isn't just about transit, it's also about jobs. And thank you to the voters of Measure R and Measure M, something that people thought was impossible. We are going to be expanding or building a new 15 rapid transit lines, the most of a single city in American history. And with that, 787,000 non-exportable middle-class good jobs are going to be right here, including in Torrance with this incredible transit center. So the South Bay deserves this country deserves this, certainly our state and county deserve it, and it is time. Let me say one last thing in English and a couple words in Spanish because I was asked to say as well. We've got a really important election coming up. If you want to see this project slow down, go ahead, repeal SB 1. If you want to see fewer jobs in this state, go ahead, repeal SB 1. If you want to pay for more pop tires, realigned axles, you want to see our roads continue to deteriorate, go ahead and repeal SB 1. But we all know, like with our houses, if we don't fix the leak, we're going to be paying a lot more in the future. The long-term cost of living cheaply in the short term is unacceptable. And so just because some people, for political gain, want to say repeal the gas tax, fine, you will pay more in your car repairs in the first couple years than what you will pay at the pump. And we need to make sure that California continues to press on the accelerator, even though some people want to step on the brakes. So let's keep SB 1 jobs. Let's keep SB 1 traffic being reduced. Let's keep SB 1 progress being made in the state of California. And I know as the chair of Metro, we've got 28 by 28 projects that are going to come before the Olympics. Those will slow down and some of them will come to a halt if we lose the SB 1 dollars. Finalmente, yo quiero decir también en español, estamos aquí para celebrar el comienzo de nuestro trabajo en el terminal de Metro Torrance. Y gracias a este equipo de líderes por su visión. Y merecemos progreso. Y necesitamos SB1. Este es más trabajos, menos tráfico y más oportunidades. Ver nuestras familias, viajar a nuestros trabajos, menos tiempo. So, por favor, vota no por el, I don't even know the repeal of SB1. I'll go back to the dictionary after that too. Thanks, Mayor. Anybody repeal in Spanish? Okay, I'll try that again. Voten no en la propuesta contra SB1. Yeah, contra is good enough. Yeah, I said contra. Gracias. And with that, let me introduce a great supervisor. She's been a colleague of mine. We were seatmates on the Los Angeles City Council. Then she went to Washington and said her heart is back here. And just like her daddy, she is now serving on the Board of Supervisors and representing the South Bay and doing an extraordinary job. Please welcome Supervisor Janice Haun.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. I'm so proud of us here in Los Angeles County because our voters have made the choice to tax ourselves and overwhelmingly approved Measure M to invest in our efforts and to build transit systems worthy of the 21st century. And the biggest project funded by those local dollars here in the South Bay is the effort to extend the Green Line right here to the future site of the Torrance Transit Center. But Measure M was not enough. We faced a funding gap. SB 1 made all the difference. Not only did it provide the funding we needed to make this project a reality, it allows us to accelerate this project. Now, as you've heard, we're on track to getting the Green Line extension to the Torrance Transit Center by 2028, years ahead of the schedule. Let's give that a round of applause. I'm here today to thank Governor Brown for his leadership, Assemblymember Marisucci for your incredible leadership, all the leaders in Sacramento, our partners in Congress, Maxine Waters and Ted Lieu, and of course to Eric Garcetti, the chair of Metro, whose idea was to put 28 projects together by the time the Olympics come. SB 1 is helping us fund transit solutions. Together, we're not only just repairing the local roads, but we're giving drivers a better alternative to that 405. So if you enjoy your commute, if you're fine with sitting in traffic, then vote to repeal SB 1. But if you want solutions, know that SB 1 is the answer. Thank you very much. Love on public transportation.
I already said how great he is. He hates introductions. Please welcome our governor, Jerry Brown.
Thank you. Look, it's a very significant event. We're getting something done. You look out to Washington, chaos, confusion, partisanship. Here in California, yeah, we have our problems, but we're solving things. We're making stuff happen, and today we're doing precisely that. This is improving transportation, improving the quality of life, and providing jobs for people. Now, some people say, well, why not just borrow the money? Well, Greece tried that. Italy's been in that mess too. So in California, we want to keep the debt down, but we want to pay our bills and build for the future. In fact, it isn't even building for the future. We have to build just to keep what we have. California was a place that for 10,000 years, maybe even 20,000 years, never had more than 300,000 people. Now we got 40 million. We got 40 million people, 32 million vehicles, and people are driving those vehicles almost 1 billion miles a month. Almost 1 billion miles. The sun is only 93 million miles away. So we're driving. If you want to drive, you're going to have congestion, you're going to have breakdown, and you got to fix it. That's all. You got to fix it. When you get older, you have to fix it more. I know. You know, when you're 20, it's cheaper. You get to be 50, a little more expensive. Get to be older than that, yeah, you need a lot of repairs. Torrance needs repairs. LA, California, this country. And we're doing that by putting up the money. Now, you can't say no. If you say no, what? We're just going to go back to congestion, call a halt to this project, stop the projects for the Olympics. That is really dumb. And I don't believe California is going to do that. That's why we want to vote no on any attempt to repeal and throw back this tax. Nobody likes the tax, but it's doing stuff. It's real money, and we're going to put it in a locked account that only goes to transportation. That's what we're voting next week. So here it is. It's the price of a decent society and a civilization. Got to pay it. If you don't pay it, more trouble, more expense, fewer jobs, congestion, pollution, all the rest. I mean, there isn't a choice here, but the trouble is the political rhetoric is pretty hot and heavy. So we're here today to show you this is real. We'll get it done. Vote no on those crazy efforts to repeal the good work that we're celebrating today. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
We'd like to thank everyone who made this event happen. You all know who you are, city staff, transit department, police, and public works. Thank you all.
By the way, just, you know, your assemblyman here, he is really fighting hard for you. And he helped get this funding, and without this guy, you wouldn't be here today. So give Al another round of applause. He's real important.